Question number 3, Grant Robertson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Justice. Was the employer of the senior Chinese border control official who she had dinner with in Beijing in October 2013 on her ministerial visit to China from the General Administration of Quality, Supervision, Inspection and Quarantine, also known as the AQSIQ?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, it was a private dinner for which I do not have ministerial responsibility. But as I have previously acknowledged to the Prime Minister and to the media, that the cumulative effect of events in China meant that there was a risk of a perception of conflict of interest. I have apologised widely for not seeing that risk earlier and providing more information.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order. Grant Robertson.
Mr. Speaker, in terms of the actual question that was asked, I invite you to consider whether a response that says that a minister who was on a ministerial visit to China, who met with an official of the Chinese government, can claim that she has no ministerial responsibility. It was quite clearly not a private dinner. If there was a Chinese official present, she has ministerial responsibility to answer that question. It went through the normal processes. You accepted she has ministerial responsibility.
And I did last week, and I still do today. The Minister has now addressed that question. I fully accept not to the satisfaction of the member. That is, again, as I said, the responsibility now for this House and the public to judge. I will allow the member an additional supplementary to move the matter forward.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Did she meet a senior Chinese border official from the General Administration of Quality, Supervision, Inspection and Quarantine, also known as the AQSIQ, during her ministerial visit to China in October 2013?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, I had no ministerial visits with any such person.
Yes.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order.
The question I asked was not about visits, Mr. Speaker. It was about whether she met with any of those people. She did not address that question.
Order. But the member is now looking for a direct yes or no answer, which he cannot insist on. The members had the ability of a second supplementary question. Again, not answered to the member's satisfaction, and I accept that. The answer now is to move forward with further supplementaries. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker. Was the senior Chinese border official at the dinner someone who could have influenced whether or not Aurovita's products gained entry into China?
Honourable Judith
Mr.
Collins.
Speaker, it was a private dinner. There was no business discussed.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
How can it have been a private dinner when there was a senior Chinese border official present?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Mr. Speaker, even officials are allowed to have private dinners.
They're not. It's your private dinner.
Order.
Supplementary question, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Did she discuss with any of Aurovita's 3 directors, before she left New Zealand on her ministerial visit, any of the issues that Aurovita were having with testing requirements for their products to enter China? Answer truthfully.
Order.
Sorry.
Order. Honourable Judith Collins, and without the last part, thank you. Order.
Mr. Speaker, would you like to ask that again?
Sorry, is the Minister saying she didn't quite hear the question?
Hear him over the
OK, we'll have the question again, please. Order.
Did she discuss with any of Aurovita's 3 directors, before she left New Zealand on her ministerial visit, any of the issues that Aurovita were having with testing requirements for their products to enter China?
Order. Honourable Judith Collins.
Well, Mr. Speaker, obviously not, because I didn't think they had any problems.
That's a good answer. Supplementary question, Mr.
Supplementary. Order. I'm just waiting for some assistance from your colleagues. Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Was she aware of Aurovita's request to her fellow ministers Tim Grosser and Nathan Guy for ministerial intervention to gain access for Aurovita's products into China before she went on her ministerial trip in October 2013?
Honourable Judith Collins.
Certainly not.
Order. Question. Order. Question. Further supplementary, Grant Robertson.
to the Minister. Does the Minister understand that by refusing to rule out that she met with an official from the AQSIQ, she leaves open the perception that she went to China to make sure that her husband's company's products got entry? And will she now rule out that she met someone from AQSIQ while she was in China?
Honourable Judith Collins, either of those questions.
Part of that rather long question. Well, of course, the member knows fully well I was invited by the Ministry of Justice in China in July 2013 to attend.
Question number 4, Dr. Russell Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is